Today we're going to talk about the real estate market with Lynnwood Townhomes, specifically the Wildwood Townhome community. Darren Persinger here with Persinger Group Real Estate, and want to talk a little bit about townhomes, specifically in Lynnwood and specifically the Wildwood Townhome community. See, my wife Catherine, who's also my business partner, she's also a real estate broker, her and I have sold more homes in Wildwood over the last year or so than any other real estate agent. We've represented buyers and we've represented sellers. We've created a resource page on our website, persingergroup.com/wildwood. Right there you can check it out, persingergroup.com/wildwood. And that's a resource page for buyers and for current owners, because we have clients living there and we want to have this resource page for them. And so if you're an owner, you've never met us, you've never been to the website, you can go check that out. But I wanted to create this video just to give you an idea of what's going on if you're thinking about moving into Wildwood or if you're currently an owner there. So I want to cover three specific things in this video. The first is going to be to give you a general idea of what your home might be worth, because we're going to cover average sales price of what's going on with Lynnwood Townhomes and also specifically Wildwood. We're also going to talk about days on market. So this is an indicator of how long it might take to sell if you're thinking about selling your home and how to prepare for that. And third and finally, I want to give you a little anecdote of what happened recently with Wildwood Townhomes specifically, so that it gives a little context of what's going on there with home values. So first, let's talk about average sales price. So first, the average sales price of Lynnwood Townhomes is $204 per square foot. So that gives you a decent indicator. Again, you can't necessarily take that to the bank, but it gives you an indicator of what your property might be worth. It's a good jumping off point. Now, when we talk about average square foot price in Wildwood, that price is actually a little bit more. The average price per square foot in Wildwood is $229 per square foot. So a little bit above average versus other townhomes in Lynnwood. Now moving on to days on market. The average days on market for Lynnwood Townhomes is 22 days. But the average days on market in Wildwood is actually 29 days. So a little bit longer taking to sell. Now keep in mind, if you're a Wildwood Townhome homeowner thinking about selling, just keep in mind that it's not 29 days from when you list your home for sale until it closes. Days on market is actually a metric of how long it takes for a home to go under contract. Typically, you're going to be looking at 30 to 45 more days after the home is under contract to close. So if you're wanting to sell, just keep in mind that's probably going to take about 2 to 3 months from the time you put your home on the market to when it's actually closed and you get your proceeds from the sale of your townhome. And just another thing to keep in mind there, that's not unusual that the higher the value of property is, the little bit longer that it's going to take to sell. There is some correlation between those two numbers. But just to give you a little context of what might be going on there, because like I said, over the last year or so, no other real estate agents have sold as many homes in Wildwood as Catherine and I have sold. And what we noticed towards the end of the year of 2016 in Wildwood is that a lot of townhomes came on the market at basically the same time. And what that created was actually a buyer's market. So even though the market's really hot, it's a seller's market all over the greater Seattle area, what happened inside of Wildwood is it created a buyer's market inside of the seller's market. So keep in mind, if you might be hearing about multiple offers, that there's 3, 4, 5 offers for every home that's up for sale. Well, if there's one townhome for sale and there's 3 to 4 buyers that want to buy that, then yeah, that would create a seller's market, a supply and demand issue. But even though there was 3 to 4 buyers for every townhome, there was 5 to 6 homes came up for sale in Wildwood at the exact same time, and that's what created a buyer's market. So it pushed prices down just a notch, and it also made the time on market increase a little bit also. So just keep in mind that what happened at the end of 2016, all those townhomes coming up for sale at the same time, doesn't necessarily impact what the value of your home or the days on market of your property when you go to sell, if you're thinking about selling next week, next month, or in a few months from now. Again, my name is Darren Persinger with Persinger Group Real Estate, and I hope this information on the current housing market was helpful. And again, if you want to check out the resource page that we've created for Wildwood homeowners, it's persingergroup.com/Wildwood.